Alright, what's going on guys, it's Zeragon. So a lot of you might be wondering why the fuck I'm in Gold 3. And before the video starts, I just wanted to let you guys know why I'm in Gold 3. I have kept going with the series of pushing without heroes. And it turned out that, I was having fun until I hit about Crystal 2. And then shit just started making me rage and rage and rage. And then, I eventually made it to Master 3. And then at this point, this is where I just completely stopped having fun playing Clash of Clans. And the way that I made it to Masters 3 is by putting my Dark Galaxy storage right here and swapping it over to my Archer Tower. And that really pushed me to Masters League in a really quick amount of time. Because I had like 60,000 Dark Elixir and now I only have 37,000. But it really pushed me up there really fucking quickly. But that's the point where I just didn't have as much fun. Going on Clash of Clans was more of a chore. It felt like it was more of a necessity rather than going on just to have fun. So I just decided not to fucking do it anymore. And the main reason is because I absolutely couldn't provide for upgrading my defenses. As you can see, my laboratory is doing nothing, and it's been doing nothing for the past 24 hours, I think. And this is the first time that it's not doing anything for as long as I can remember. So yeah, I really hope that you guys won't get too mad at me. And to be honest, the series was good. I was somewhat having fun, but I just think that I should be able to run my channel however I want. And I think that the way that I've been running it so far is the way that I want to run it forever. And I think that I've been having really lots of fun, and I want to keep it that way. So on another note, I'm really sorry that I hadn't uploaded in like 3 days. I've been busy with my girlfriend and shit like that. Anyways guys, enjoy the video and I'll see you guys there. Later. Okay, so the Town Hall 11 update is actually coming out tomorrow or today. And I honestly thought it was going to come in like a week. Because when the sneak peeks were announced, they told us that there'd be 2 weeks of sneak peek. And to be honest, it only feels like it's been a week of sneak peek. But I don't know, apparently it's going to be released on Tuesday or on Wednesday. So I guess it was really risky to go all the way back to fucking Gold 3 and Silver 1 to see if I could get any loot. I didn't know that the update was going to come this fast. And if there isn't as much loot down here, then I'm gonna be fucked, because going back to Masters 3 is gonna be really time consuming. But so far Gold 3 has been quite good for me. It's been quite a run. The amount of dead bases is not half bad. It's pretty good. And one of my clanmates asked on the chat when the update was coming out, and me, since I thought it was coming out in a week, I told him that it was coming in a week. I pretty much gave him false information. So if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm completely fucking clueless. Even now I'm clueless. I'm just saying what I've been told. I'm a fucking liar, alright? I'm sorry. But this update is gonna be just as bad as my fucking prompt. Speaking of prom, my friend called me earlier and he's asked me how I liked my prom. I tried to sound as less negative as I possibly could, but he really wanted to know, so I explained to him why it was fucking horrible. For starters, for some reason, prom was $205 fucking dollars. How the fuck does a prom night, renting a room, renting a DJ, how the fuck does a prom night cost $205? And the only way to bring down the price was to sell chocolate during the entire year, and the profit that would be made from this fundraiser was going to be used in lowering the price of the prom tickets. Now, I didn't do this because I had no idea I was going to go. To be honest, I never liked the idea of prom and I never wanted to go in the first place. But I did go because it was really important for my girlfriend and she wanted me to go with her. So I did end up going, but I didn't sell any chocolate. Not that it really mattered anyways. And after a year long of every grade 12 selling chocolate, the price has only went down by $100. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but how the fuck did they only make $100 worth of profit by selling chocolate? I'm assuming that it'd be like every other fundraiser where a piece of fucking chocolate would cost $4. I'm just gonna go for this fucking base because, to be honest, and there'd be lots of loot in these collectors if I was Town Hall 9. This loot penalty is honestly the worst. So yeah, I already knew that the school was making a huge profit out of every student attending to the prom. Which, to be honest, in my opinion, I don't think that any school should be making any profit from their graduate students. If anything, it should be free to demonstrate appreciation for our hard work, and we're graduates, so... But I'm not gonna complain about the fact that it costs a lot of money and the school is making profit out of their students. I mean, it was a fucking bummer, and I definitely didn't want the school I hated the most to make profit out of me. So, I still went. I still paid for the ticket, and I still decided to go. I asked my girlfriend 100 fucking times during the year if she wanted to go to some like restaurant and sleep at a hotel instead and have so much of a better night, but for some reason she just wanted prom and just prom. So we ended up going. So, you know, we get in the car and we drive to prom. And where prom was where I've had my birthday supper. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for every single member of our family, when it hits their birthday, we usually go out for supper to some restaurant. And I went to this place, exactly where prom was attending, and it's pretty much an all-you-can-eat buffet. So at first, when I learned that we're gonna go to that restaurant, I was fucking happy because, you know, all you can eats are amazing. You can just eat as much as you can and then roll your ass back home. So yeah, you know, everything was fancy. I get out of the car, open my girlfriend's door, help her out of the car, and we're walking on a red carpet, heading towards our room. And, you know, my father-in-law was pretty grumpy because there was absolutely no alcohol whatsoever there. Not that he's an alcoholic, it's just that he always, oh my fucking god. This is fucking beautiful. But yeah, not that he's an alcoholic, it's just he likes to drink when he goes to events. Every time he goes to an event, he always has like a fucking rum and coke in his hands or some shit. But he's not an alcoholic. The only thing that they would give us to drink was either 7-Up or water. So I don't like to drink non-natural shit, so I just went with water. And as I walk in the room, you know, everything is great. I see a bunch of soft boxes for pictures. There was music going on, and you know, this was great. This shit just turned from being bad to good in under 10 minutes. But there's one thing I noticed. There was one thing that was missing. One particular thing that makes prom prom. Where the fuck was the dance floor? For some reason, there was no dance floor, or at least that's what I thought when I walked in. So then we all sit down to our tables and all have pictures, and about an hour after we get in that room, every grade 12 is called to go outside that room to get set up for a dance presentation, I guess. And as I'm heading out, I finally find the dance floor. Let's just keep it at that. The dance floor was actually smaller than my room. It was fucking pathetic. The most essential thing in a prom is probably the dance floor, and it was smaller than my room. Now, at first glance when I saw this is, how the fuck is everyone gonna dance in that tiny ass shit without bumping into each other? But you know, I just did as everyone and walked out and acted all casual. Not stressed about it, you know. And then as we walked out, we get separated into two groups because, you know, the dance floor is so small, it is so tiny that we need to be separated into two groups and take turns to dance. And I really got lucky and I got into group B, and group B goes after A. And the reason why I was lucky is because I had no idea what the dances were or how to dance whatsoever, because I had just missed the 2 last weeks of school because I had gone suspended. And I'm not gonna go into why I got suspended, that can go into another video. But yeah, I had absolutely no idea how to dance. So then I found my friends' dates, and then I asked them, you know, how do you do these dances? And somehow that 5 minutes of group A dancing, I've mastered 2 out of 3 dances. So then we get called in, and I was fucking stressed. I was so fucking stressed. I knew I was gonna be the laughing stock because everyone knew how to dance and I had no idea because I didn't get to rehearse with everyone because I got suspended the 2 last weeks of school where everyone got to rehearse as the whole school together. Not that I had a choice anyway. So we all get onto that tiny ass dance floor and the music starts playing, and then, you know, I start dancing and pretty much go with the flow. You know, as soon as I got a partner, I would pretty much tell them that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, and they pretty much told me to follow their lead. And you know, everything is being recorded, so I thought I'd be a laughing stock for years, but it turned out that the dance floor was actually so small that it worked into my advantage because everybody bumped into each other, stomped on their shoes, and it was just horrible for everyone, and I just kind of blended in. Needless to say, we finally finished dancing and we make our way back to our table, which then supper gets announced, and you know, this is what I've been waiting for all fucking night, the all-you-can-eat buffet. And what I thought would be a buffet turned out to be really small and absolutely barely even any options of what you can eat. I think there was fish, noodles, chicken, salad, and I think that's pretty much it. There might be other shit that I'm missing, but it's about it. I pretty much plated all the food that I could eat, all the different kind of meals onto 2 plates. 2 different fucking plates. That's it, and then I had absolutely everything on my plates. So, you know, the all-you-can-eat buffet was pretty disappointing. At least it was still an all-you-can-eat, and I could still go back and eat as much as I want. It turned out I didn't even go for another 3rd plate because I was saving up for dessert. So I was pretty much full at that time. My stomach was already hurting, and you know, usually when I go to an all-you-can-eat, I eat even after my stomach hurts. So then my worst prom nightmare has happened to me. And when I say worse, I mean actually worse than my worst nightmare. Because my worst nightmare of what would happen to prom is me not being able to slow dance. Now my girlfriend's favorite slow song came up, and she wanted to dance alone on the dance floor. The dance floor was absolutely empty, and she wanted to slow dance in front of everybody. Now, not only did I not know how to slow dance, but then she wanted me to slow dance with her in front of everyone. And you know, as a gentleman, I didn't really want to decline her offer, so then I accepted. Now, when I say that shit's embarrassing, this is probably one of the most embarrassing fucking thing that's ever happened to me. You know, when something that's so embarrassing that's happened to you, it always stays in the back of your mind for years, and you just think about it, and then you get goosebumps just thinking about it, and think, oh my god, I was such a fucking idiot at that time. Well, this is what's gonna be stuck in the back of my skull for 10 to 20 years minimum. So we get on the dance floor, right? And I start trying to slow dance. You know, I pretty much try my best to slow dance. And we pretty much looked retarded in front of the entire grade 12 graduates. The whole squad was watching and shit, and I bet they probably cracked a few jokes about us. Needless to say, I think it took quite a lot of guts to actually make my way on the dance floor and dance without anyone being on the dance floor, just me and her. So then her song finishes, and with a sigh of relief, I just crawl my ass back to our table. I put my head down low. But what happened is, since me and my girlfriend started slow dancing, absolutely every grade 12 graduate decided to make their way onto the dance floor. And you know, everyone's having fun dancing, people are going in circles and having face-offs and dancing, kind of like in Step Up, or whatever the fuck that dancing movie was. And it's been about 10 minutes where everybody has just been dancing and there's been face-offs and shit like that until dessert gets announced. Now, me, as a person that loves dessert, I rushed my way to get dessert. Now everybody did the same, everybody went to go get dessert, and as I get to the table filled with desserts, I quickly get really fucking disappointed. What I thought would be a feast of different dessert turned out to be fruit salad and cake. It was just fucking awful. I decided not even to have dessert. I didn't even fucking like the cake. It was cheesecake and fruit salad, and I hate fruit salad as well. And you would think that as soon as everyone would be done eating their desserts, they'd make their way back to the dance floor and have fun. Of course not. Everybody just stood on their phones and texted and shit like that, and nobody came back on the dance floor. So it was me, my girlfriend, and like 3 other guys that, you know, pretty much did nothing except for move their hips and just stand there. So, you know, I don't really understand how people literally paid thousands of dollars, literally, for their professional hair artists, nail artists, makeup artists, cars, perfumes, dresses, shoes, and they danced for 10 fucking minutes. I would honestly feel so shit for the parents. I think that goes to a lesson for when I have a child. I will never spend that much money, because then I'm afraid that this is what's gonna happen. So yeah, nobody danced, and it turned out that everybody left like an hour early to go to some after party. And if you don't know what an after party is, it's pretty much a party after graduation where everybody just meets up and gets fucking wasted and have sex, and just, it's just Project X, pretty much what it is. And you know, it's just fucking awful. I didn't want to go, especially because my girlfriend's birthday was in the next morning, and you know, me and my girlfriend didn't want to be sick for her birthday. And I almost forgot to mention this. The worst part about this graduation was that there was absolutely no DJ. It was just some school teacher that downloaded a bunch of fucking music on his computer and had him running through his speakers. Everything was just so fucking disappointing. To be honest, I'm not even fucking mad that we ended up leaving an hour early. But to me, you know, I wasn't really angry because I didn't even want to show up in the first place. I mean, my girlfriend was more of the person that was disappointed because she knew I offered her so many times to go to better places, and now she finally realized how much of a waste it was, how shit it was. So I guess this story goes to you. If it turns out that you have a child that's going to prom, or that you're going to prom next year, just know that chances are it's not going to be as good as you think it is. Or at least it wasn't for me. It might be better for you than it was for me. Because with all the pictures I've seen from my friend, which by the way, his only cost $60, his was much fucking better than mine. But like I said, I don't give a fuck. I didn't even want to show up. It was just...